Hey guys, my name is Alessandra and today I'm going to show you how to fill in your brows. I probably get the most compliments on my eyebrows even if I spend so much time on winged eyeliner. It'll be my eyebrows that people notice first. That's definitely what I notice first when I look at someone else. I'm not saying that I'm a brow Nazi, but I kind of am. I think each brow product is good for something specific. So for me personally, I have very sparse eyebrows. And by that I mean the hairs in my eyebrows are, one, very light colored because I'm naturally blonde, but also very sparse. And towards the end of my eyebrow, I really don't have a lot of hairs. So filling it in with a pomade for me is really easy because I can build up sort of hair-like texture without having to actually force myself to grow eyebrow hairs there. But when I really want something more natural, I definitely use a brow pencil, and this is something I use if I'm on the go, I don't have a lot of time, because to be honest, a pomade does take a little bit of time. But with a brow pencil, you can sort of just feather little lines in that look like hairs, and you can just go, and it doesn't really look overdone, and it doesn't really look like you haven't done anything at all. And then brow powders, you can use, which this is just a quad from, I think, Walmart. You can use brow powders specifically or eyeshadows, which is what I tend to use. And those I use on clients who really just need a little bit more oomph, maybe just a little bit more thickness, or to just kind of color in a patch where they maybe don't grow hair as well. So a couple years ago when I first started getting serious about makeup, I watched several tutorials on how to fill in your eyebrows, and what I noticed about those tutorials is that they weren't really tutorials. They were just brow routines. And what I mean by that is that in those videos, they're really just showing you how they fill in their brows, not really why they fill them in the way that they fill them in. So that's what I was hoping to accomplish with this video. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen this picture from a couple of weeks ago when I said I had posted a brow tutorial, which I honestly did. I filmed it, I edited it, and I added music to it, and I uploaded it, and then I watched it and realized that I didn't actually teach you how to fill in your eyebrows. I sort of just showed you what I did. I didn't explain why I was doing what I was doing. And so that is what I did for you today. So if you want to see how I got these eyebrows, as well as why I filmed them in the way that I did, then just keep watching.
So let's jump right in. To get this look, you are going to need 3 different makeup brushes. A thin, short-haired angled brush, a flat, small concealer brush, and the last brush you need is a spoolie. You'll also need a brow pomade. This one is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Auburn. To clean up any messy edges, you're also going to need a concealer. I use the same one I used to conceal my under eyes, and I forgot to film it, but you also need a brow gel. Alright, so first you're going to dip your angled brush into the brow pomade, and what I like to do is wipe it on the back of my hand. This warms the product up and keeps you from wasting it. A little goes a long way, and when this stuff costs $18, you do not want to waste it. So I've already filled in one eyebrow. I feel like we all have that one problem eyebrow that never cooperates. So I fill that one in first because it's much easier for me to match the other one to the problem one. Grab that spoolie and brush the inner brow hairs up and the outer brow hairs down. This creates a nice base to apply the pomade to. Taking that angled brush with a little bit of dip brow, you are going to draw a thin line on the underside of your eyebrow. You don't have to follow your eyebrow hairs exactly. Mine certainly don't follow in a straight line, so fill in where you need to. Don't pick up any extra product though, and just sort of feather that in the tail end of your eyebrow and work your way to the inner corner of your eyebrow. Picking up a little bit more product, this is where I'm going to start building that hair-like texture that I talked about earlier on the outer corner of my brow. And this is the part of filling in your brows with a pomade that I feel takes the most time, and that's building the tail end of your brow. What I personally prefer when it comes to brows is a lighter gradient on the inner corner of my brow, and as it gets to the tail, I like for it to be darker and more defined, and theoretically come to a nice, clean, crisp point. Then take your spoolie again and comb through just to kind of evenly blend the product out. Brushing the product through at the end is necessary because it exposes those little bald patches that you may have missed when you first brushed through. And this ensures that no matter what angle you're looking at your brows with or what type of photography you use if you take pictures, your brows look solid and uniform. Alright, so you are finished with the pomade. Next you need to clean up any edges. So take that concealer, put it on the back of your hand just the same as the pomade. And with the flat brush, you are going to carve out the bottom edge of your eyebrow. And this just kind of helps hide any little sneaky mistakes you may have made, any smudges or unclear lines or strokes. And it just gives your eyebrow a much cleaner look. As you can see, I'm dragging that concealer down towards my eyeshadow, and this is just going to blend the concealer into the eyeshadow. And if you use a concealer that's light like the one that I'm using, you really don't have to apply a shade of highlight to your eyebrow. The concealer kind of does it for you. Using the warmth of my finger, you see I'm tapping that in just to blend it a little bit more. And basically do the same thing on the other side. Just carve out the bottom. Again, you're going to pull that product down a little bit and blend it out with your finger. And the final step is just going to be to set your brow hairs with a clear gel. This one I got at the drugstore. I think it's from Rimmel, and this just ensures that, especially if you have short hair like I do with bangs where you're constantly pushing your bangs over, that your brow hairs stay in place. And there you have it. That is it for my eyebrow tutorial.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I will have all of the products that I've used listed down below in the description bar. If you do not follow me on Instagram, you definitely should, because I do post looks pretty much daily, if not 5 or 6 times a week, and I include all the products I use as well on my Instagram posts. And if you're not subscribed to me here on YouTube, definitely subscribe, like this video, comment, tell me what you'd like to see. I have a couple of things planned. I have an eyeliner tutorial planned and a couple of requests on specific makeup looks that I've posted on Instagram. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll be posting a lot more often, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. A eyebrow? Wow. Few things are. Is that a booger? Cool. I scratched myself in my sleep.